Currently, DNN only lets us stage content using the text HTML module, and only if you have the Pro or Enterprise version of DotNetNuke. There are three issues with this. One, we can only stage HTML content. Other modules need to resort to some other method. Second, we can't see what the full site is going to look like when all of the staging content goes live. And third, there's really no easy way to stage navigation changes. In a typical development environment, changes to code and content are typically made to a staging area. The client is able to review the changes in this area, and when the changes are finally approved, the content can be pushed to staging. Again, DotNetNuke has limitations, and while I have been able to figure out how to do an all or nothing push from stage to production without overwriting user-generated content or membership information, doing partial pushes to production have been problematic at best. The solution I propose is that we use roles. By utilizing roles, we can control who sees what content on a page, or even which pages they see. While more extensive systems may use more roles to control who sees what content, the four main roles that are used in most DotNetNuke systems are the administrator role, the all users role, the registered users role, and the unauthenticated users role. By adding parallel staging users, we can stage content for these four user types. In addition, we can create users who are only allowed to change content that is in staging and protect the content that is in production from any inadvertent changes. The four additional roles we need to make this work are the stage administrator, the stage all users, the stage registered, or the stage unregistered, and the stage unregistered, or the you could call it unauthorized. We will then create three users with these roles. And the stage admin user will be assigned the stage administrator role. The stage registered user is assigned stage all users and stage registered, and we assign him stage all users so that the content that everyone should be able to see is also viewable to him. And then the stage unregistered user is once again assigned to stage all users and stage unregistered. We haven't changed any of the other information. He's always assigned to a registered user because that's part of DotNetNuke, and we're going to accommodate for that as well. You'll notice that the stage admin user is only assigned to the stage administrator role, and this is because all of the pages and modules that the stage admin user should be able to edit will have the roles assigned to this user explicitly. If you also assign other roles to this user, you're not going to get the results that you would expect. For a system already in production, the roles will be assigned as you're already accustomed to, with one minor exception. If you have any pages or modules that are assigned to display for the unauthorized role specifically, you're going to need to assign that page or module to the stage unauthorized role as well, so that it will display for both production and stage users when it's not a page or module that's being edited. So for now, let's assume that we've been working on stuff. Everything's in the staging role or one of the staging roles, and it's ready to go to production. Here's what you're going to need to do. First, you're going to change the end date on the module or page that's being replaced to the last day it should be displayed. So for example, if this is going to go live at midnight tonight, the end date should be today's date. Then on the module or page that is going live, you're going to set the start date to the date it's going live. Again, if the module or page is supposed to go live at midnight tonight, you're going to set it to tomorrow's date, so it goes live at midnight tonight. Next, you're going to set the permissions on the new module or page to the same permissions as the module or page it's replacing. So let's take a look at an example. Over here on my home page, I've put a bunch of modules. They're just text HTML modules. This first one, I've put little notes in here. This should be able to be seen by everyone all the time. It's assigned to the all users. It's basically the same as this page. As is some of the other content that actually came with the page. This particular module is only available to registered users, and it's going to be all registered users. This is people who are registered users who aren't on stage. This is registered users who are on stage, so it's going to be the stage registered user that's going to be able to see this. People who aren't registered and aren't on stage will be able to see this, and this is the module that would replace this in our scenario. So an unregistered staging user would be able to see this one, but not this one. This is all users not on stage, all users on stage, and then everyone who isn't authenticated. Now, I've written a permissions management module to help us see this rather than having to log in to each one of those modules and check their settings individually. So you can see here I've got all of the modules laid out. These two came with DotNetNuke, so we're not going to take a look at them. This is the all users module. It's just a standard inherits permissions. This is the registered users, and let's see what it says. So all registered users see this. This is as you would expect. It's only going to be seen by people who can log in. This would include registered users, and we're probably going to make this what we got. The unauthenticated user, staging authenticated user shouldn't be able to see this. And if we go look at all rules here, so we can see the staging users as well. So shouldn't be visible to unauthenticated users. Replace the permissions there to get that set. So registered users not on stage. So this was registered users see this. Registered users. Oh, you know what? This is all registered users. So okay, so registered users, not stage. We're making sure only registered users can see this, and none of our staging users can see it. Registered users stage. Making sure that the stage administrator can edit, and we're making sure that the stage registered user can see it. Only staging only unauthenticated users can see this. This is only staging unregistered users. So a user logs in representing somebody that's not registered. All users as long as they're not part of staging. And because we've checked, see, I didn't have to check stage registered or unregistered to exclude it from there. I just had to set stage all users explicitly to not. All users who are on stage. Again, I didn't have to set registered or unregistered, just set to all users. And then the unauthenticated for everyone. So this is stage unregistered and unauthenticated users. Both will be able to see this module. So that I don't have to log in, I'm also logged in here in, or not logged in currently, but I'm going to do all the logins for the other roles in Chrome so that you can see. So here we've got, so everyone should be able to see this one. All the unauthenticated, not logged in users will see this module, except for users who represent unregistered users on stage. Right, so that's true. We're not logged in at all. Everyone who's not on stage, that would be us again. And this module is going to show up for us and for the user that's the stage unauthenticated user. So let's log in first as a stage registered user. Again, we've got the same stuff. Registered user can see this. Registered stage can see this. It replaced the registered not stage. And then all the users can see this one. You can go in and see stage unregistered or unauthenticated. there, because we're not a registered user, we really shouldn't be able to see it at all. And then let's see what the admin. You can see the admin can edit each of these. We can't change any permissions. That's done by the super admin. This is only for editing content. Now this tool that I wrote over here has some interesting features. It allows you to go in, and this is going to be really helpful when you go to move stuff to production. So I've got a registered user, right? I want to see registered user, basically everyone who's stage unregistered. So we go in here, let's just change it to all roles. Stage unregistered, we want to find everybody who's set to stage unregistered, can't view a page. Go filter it, expand with checkboxes. So it shows me, it explodes everything that has a checkbox set up on it. And now I can view that one and change its permission. So because it's a registered user who sees this, we're going to leave that. It's not something that we're going to change. But this one over here, this registered, not on change, it's being registered on change. These two are going to replace each other. So registered on stage, what we want to do is we want to set the end date. We set the end date on this one. And we can find it by find the stage one by stage registered. So it's going to help to have these lined up in such a way that you can find the information that you're looking for. Then we would set the end date and the start date, and probably even set the inherit permissions or whatever we needed to do there. It should replace permissions, or if you hit a checkbox here, now you can change the permissions here, and if you hit replace permissions, it'll update everything for you, or you can just add permissions, so it'll add whatever's here to what's already there.